you seen the news about Logan Paul versus Mayweather fight? That's not, there's no way they're actually going through with that. They confirmed that? Why would they set up a Logan Paul Mayweather fight? Why wouldn't they set up a Jake Paul Mayweather fight? That's a better fight. Okay, I'd rather see Jake Paul versus KSI. I'd rather see that. Because that would be actually competitive.
And at the end, when you one-shot Hutch with the pistol, I lost my mind.
Yeah, listen, he was trying to surrender. He was trying to retreat. Just way to put that motherfucker down. I think Jake Paul wanted to fight McGregor. You know, even that is in the realm of competitiveness. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, he's not a high-level boxer, McGregor, you know? No, it's not. Listen, what's more competitive, McGregor versus Jake Paul or Mayweather versus Logan Paul? Please. Please. I bet you Jake Paul would actually have a decent shot at McGregor. The way McGregor gasses after probably the 6th round. If he survives, then he'd be fine.
Some years back you said no matter what happens on Twitch.
Yeah, Jake Paul actually has good, solid fundamentals. It seems like. He knows how to throw a punch. He knows how to, like, yeah, I don't think Logan Paul, I think, can get there, but he's obviously just wasn't there in the KSI fight. He's not throwing fundamental punches. He's not, you know, he's doing okay. But Jake Paul showed more promise and has showed more promise. And I think you guys give him way too much credit to McGregor in his boxing career. So far, he's 0-1 in his pro career. You know? Jake hasn't fought anyone good. Yeah, I feel it, but I mean, neither is McGregor. They both train against professional fighters. You know what I mean? In their boxing sparring. You know what I mean? But neither one of them has fought a professional boxer. Besides Mayweather, which, you know, that doesn't count because that wasn't even really a fight. You got schooling. You know what I mean? Besides Mayweather, okay? Besides Mayweather. I think that's an obvious one. It's not like I forgot that fight went down. Ah, man. You guys got way too much confidence in McGregor. Boxing is not MMA, man. Don't sit there and be on board for Logan Paul and Mayweather and not be and think that Jake Paul McGregor is more of a skill difference. You guys are out of your mind. You think in the boxing ring, Logan Paul has a better chance of beating Mayweather than Jake Paul beating McGregor in a boxing ring. One is like this humongous, and one is like this. You understand? Like, one is like this, and one is like this. You guys understand which one's which, right? Same fight, basically. No chance. How can you call that the same fight? If Jake Paul and McGregor would go at it in an MMA ring, then I would call that the same fight of like the level of maybe of chance of winning. How can you say Mayweather, who's a better boxer by far, okay, than McGregor, okay, is gonna have a better chance, or Logan Paul is gonna have a better chance against him in the ring, right? When Logan Paul is a worse boxer than Jake Paul. There's like, if you have worse over here and you have better over here, how can it not be more competitive? I don't understand your mentality here.
Evening loving the taco.
You guys are acting like I'm out of my mind saying that McGregor, Jake Paul. You guys are acting like I'm out of my mind for saying that Jake Paul is more competitive against McGregor than Logan Paul versus Mayweather in a boxing ring. How am I out of my mind? Because Logan Paul's a bigger dude? Oh my god, dude. You're lost, my friend. You're lost. I'm just saying that is a more competitive fight and more in the realm of possibility than I would think Logan Paul versus Mayweather. I can't believe that is a real fight. That's insane to me. You think Jake's got a shot? I think Jake has more of a shot. I think if Jake put in training, he actually could be a pretty decent boxer. Like I said, he's got good fundamentals. That's all I'm saying. It's a very different fight when you watch him fight versus when you've watched Logan fight the last 2 times. You know what I'm saying? When the Logan versus KSI fights are kind of they're a little bit of a shit show, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And I think, obviously, Jake's competition's been a little bit lower. I don't know if you can compare I think you could compare KSI and fucking Nate Robinson. In their own fields, they're great, you know what I'm saying? And they're both moving over to a thing. Jake looks better. Definitely knows how to fight more fundamentally than his big brother. Jake's never even fought an amateur boxer, Summit. I mean, Ryan Garcia himself said that Jake trains in the gym against professional boxers. And he says he says that he does not always do well, but you know, he holds his own most of the time. Yeah, and CM Punk trained with MMA fighters. True. But you know, CM Punk's a dummy for taking on the competition that he took. You know, he didn't take the steps and didn't grow from it, and he took too big of a step. You know what I'm saying? Jake Paul so far has taken 2 steps, and they're both pretty small. One was a fucking, I don't even know who, some YouTuber, beat his ass, right? And then the other guy was a professional basketball player, which is pretty crazy, because that, you know, the dude's fit as fuck. That's another step up. Hopefully next, he'll fight somebody who actually boxes. So we'll see how he fares. Oh, Deji. No, he fought 3 fighters then. Sorry, he fought someone else, he fought Deji, and then he's fought Nate Robinson. I think he fought Deji first, then someone else, then. Or did it go the other way around? I forget which way it went. Deji, Gib, Nate. There you go. I think Nate Robinson's a step up from Deji and Gib, you know? It's still in his realm of, like, you know, stardom, right? Nate Robinson's a star in his own realm, right? It still makes sense. But hopefully, like I said, his next fight, it'll be like a real boxer, and we'll see how he fares. But you guys are just closing. You guys are just being narrow-minded about it. You guys are just being like, you guys just hear the name Jake Paul and shitstorm comes behind it. I don't really give a fuck. I'm just calling it how I see it, you know? And I think that fundamentally he looks good when he boxes for how long he's been at it. I need to get water. You guys are just so blinded by Jake Paul hatred. I mean, they're assholes. That's not the point, though, you fucking doofus. It's not what we're talking about. Jesus, see, that's the point that you should be talking about to yourself. It's like, you can't get behind what I'm saying because you're blinded by, I hate Jake Paul. It's just like, I'm just talking about boxing. And what I have seen and witnessed. Feel me? You guys are being ridiculous. You guys are being ridiculous. I'm not saying he's a pro-level boxer. I'm saying he's got good fundamentals, and if he took it serious and took steps, which it seems like he's taking, he could get good at it. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why it's that difficult to understand. He's been boxing for like a few years. You guys expect someone to be pro-level or not at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Hey, you're either pro-level or you shouldn't box at all. You guys are being, I feel like you're being dumb. Like I said, blinded by the Jake Paul hate. You know what I'm saying? You can hate him all you want to. I was just talking about boxing. You guys are being dumb about it. If it was me out there boxing motherfuckers and I knocked out 3 dudes, you guys would be hyped. If I said I was taking that shit serious and I wanted to start taking steps, you'd be hyped. But because it's Jake Paul, you don't give a fuck. You hate him and he doesn't know how to box. Just saying. Just saying. Calling it how I see it. Takes a lot, you know? As much as you hate a person, it takes a lot to step up on a stage in front of that many motherfuckers. If a pro basketball player wanted to whoop your fucking ass in front of millions of people, you wouldn't step up. Don't bullshit yourself. Trying to tell me Logan Paul and Mayweather makes more sense than Jake Paul and McGregor in a boxing match. What's up? Logan 100% has a chance to knock Mayweather out. Paul is a cruiserweight. Floyd's a lightweight. Another reason it's just not a good idea for him to take the fight. You know what I'm saying? Just because the risk and reward is not there. Who wins in a 5-round boxing match? You or Hutch? Well, I mean, I'll take Hutch at 135 pounds. And by the time he's done cutting that weight, I'm pretty sure. Some guy asked who would win in a 5-round boxing match between you and me. I said we'll fight at 135, and I think I got you at that weight.
I couldn't get to 135. I'd never make weight on that motherfucker. 6'8", 135. There's no way, bro. I would be a tiny motherfucker.
By the time you're done making that weight cut, bro, you gassing 2 rounds.
No, at the time I was making
You probably
that
had to go to the hospital as soon as the fight was over, not even for the fight. You know what I mean? Like,
I'd be fighting with an IV in my arm, bro. Throwing right hooks and be like, oh
yeah,
my
listen, we
God.
tried to blow him back up last night after the weight cut, but really he's not. It's just he just can't. He needs too much water.
Oh my gosh, bro.
He couldn't get it all in last night. This guy says, sure, Floyd has never missed weight. Always made it to the fight. Never lost once. But come on, Summit. We're talking about his biggest obstacle yet, Logan Paul. We'll see.